Yes, good people, big up to all of you. I appreciate you finding the time to join another Blue Morning Show, specifically another transfer watch on the Blue Morning Show. I hope you're all doing well. Appreciate you all always supporting the community. We're getting closer and closer to 17,000 subscribers. I know we will get there, and we're not going to take a shortcut. We will do put in the hard work as we usually do. But more importantly, today we'll talk about Romelu Lukaku, Raphinha, what's his name, Ferran Torres, Barcola. There are other names being mentioned. I've heard Edwards, and there's also Jadon Sancho. We don't know who the club will end up signing, but rumors are that we'll still sign 2 more players before the window shuts. But that's, by the way, I sincerely do hope you're all doing well. It's going to be a fun show today, as always. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, people, welcome back, and make sure you're dropping the likes on the stream as you're joining. If you're already there and you haven't done that, I appreciate you all. Again, we'll talk about Romelu Lukaku, Raphinha, Ferran Torres, Bradley Barcola, Jadon Sancho, and then Edwards. I can't quite remember his first name. And plus, certainly, the other news will emerge as the show progresses. But more importantly, I appreciate you all. And yeah, let's say hello to those in the chat before anything else. Let's see. The first person here today was Mitchie Boy. Mitchie, I appreciate you. Big up, Coach. Thanks for the raid last night. Deal with Roger Stalin could go right to deadline day. Bobby personal terms agreed. Just got to agree on the installments. Yeah, the payment structure is where the issues lie. I haven't actually reached out to Roger, but we did that live on the show yesterday. I hope he's doing well. I appreciate you, and people, please let's help Mitchell Boy get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He's still growing, and he's getting closer and closer to that number. Hi to you too, Rain. I appreciate you joining Torres in 2023. I don't know. The club does whatever they want. Anthony TP, what about Smith Rowe? Rumors are that we've inquired about his availability or what it would take to sign him. I'm not sure where we're at with that one yet. Big up to you too, Desmond Moretti. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Big up to you too, Stephen John. Nice to see you. Update on Smith Rowe. Nothing new. Nothing too serious. Ferran Torres. Yeah, it's just they call it rumors at this point. Let's say we'll talk about them one by one. Sancho. It's a no to you. I look, if the club wants him, if they can get him, you can say for an exchange, a transfer deal that it will involve Cucurella joining them on a permanent, I wouldn't mind. He's a London boy, he grew up supporting Chelsea, idolizing Frank Lampard. So chances are, if any person can help him become a better player, you know it will be Mauricio Pochettino. Good morning, Coach. Hope you are doing well. I can't complain. Brother. Al Jazeera. Well, I cannot complain at all because any day above ground is a good day. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Morning to you too, Santiago Mono. I hope you're doing well. Yep, morning to you too, everybody. Let's see what else we have here. Says Coach Barcola's deal is off, and there's no way Chelsea is going to sign him. Okay, you just give away the topic, but no problem. Welcome everyone. Nkunku, Madrid, Stalin, and one or more attacker with Jackson will do, in your opinion there. But let's see what the club does. I appreciate you joining, Toby S. Much love to you. And good afternoon to my bro DJ. So much love to you too, brother Coachila, and everyone in the channel. Just quickly, let's say this. Just quickly, I want to appreciate all of you, those of you that have found time to join this morning. And I want to appeal to those of you that are watching, but for some reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just know that we sincerely do appreciate you. Yeah, you watching alone does go a long way, but we want to appeal to you to do us one more favor, one more tiny beady favor. Please do take a second, drop a like on the stream. The more likes we have, the better for the community, and the likes that would trigger the YouTube algorithm and get it to push the stream to more people who'll be interested in the topics we have lined up today. And if you can, if you can share, if you can share the link to the show on your social media platforms where you have presence, would really appreciate that. That would go a long way. But more importantly, Kim So is in the house. Kim So, nice to see you. And big up, JC. Much love to you, brother. You've proven that you're a nice person deep down, and I appreciate that. Big up, Coach. I can't complain. As I say, any day above ground is a good day. No to Barca rejects. Let this team let the Barca team rot with their financial problems. It's just a rumors at this point. Big up to everyone in the chat except Nightbot. You keep fighting with him. He's gonna he's gonna ban you on that. You don't know he has the power to do that. But I'm just kidding. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Trevor Chalobah, a weird one for me, but we'll get to that particular topic. He's a player I would have loved the club to keep, but maybe because if he's not going to be playing constantly, even you could say if it will be a situation where those you can say he can defend better than gets to start over him, I'd rather him go out on loan. Maybe we'll have a buyback clause, but Bayern, I don't think they do such. I don't think they'd agree to do such. They want him, they trust him. I probably know there's a talent in him and would want to sign him on a permanent maybe after the loan deal. And how do I block you in real? I'm not sure. I can't read it. The YouTube icon is blocking it. But Kane Sadaf says Chelsea should sign Goto. Is cheaper. Is far better than the rest of the players that they are linking us with. I honestly, the player you just mentioned is not a player I know. So I'm not capable of presenting a solid argument as to why I think we should sign that particular player. But that's by the way we move on. Let's see what else we have here. Let's start by this. Again, Raphinha didn't want Chelsea. We don't want him. Here's the thing. Raphinha he did the same thing that Moses Caicedo did at the time. He had an agreement in place already with Barca. He turned out he just told us that he's waiting for Barcelona and it's open to join us because he wants to honor his agreement with them. So nothing wrong in that, but I get it. People took it and run with it and interpret them as it suits whatever narrative that they're pushing at the time. So, but do I think we should sign him? No, it wouldn't make sense to sign him, except if we're signing him because of his experience in the Premier League. Because if you sign him, I'd ask you the question: why did you let such as what the player we sent to Strasbourg? He's left-footed, but I think he's more dynamic than Raphinha, in my opinion. But let's see what the club does. I'm not going to complain too much, Coach. I will retire the day ChatGPT or Nightbot start playing football. Yeah, then the world has come to an end. Gnotto is playing for Leeds United, and he is playing for Italian national team. If it's that good, I don't know. Everything comes down, as we've always said here, everything comes down to what the manager wants. And not really, not really how good you are in most cases. So it's your profile, and the managers prefer that approach to football, whether you fit that or not. So let's look at this quickly. Let's start with this guy here. I'm going to take it off immediately. Injury update. An injury update has been provided ahead of Chelsea's Carabao Cup, a second round tie against AFC Wimbledon. I can't say that name. Wimbledon. Okay. Benoit Berdashile at the end stages of his rehabilitation program. Nothing new. It hasn't changed much. The same thing we heard the last time we went through. What's it called again? Through the injury update. And the second one, Marcus Bettinelli continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. I hope he recovers. I'm not going to say what the same thing I said the last time, and Ty told me to my face that that wasn't fair. Amanda Broya at the end stages of his rehabilitation program. Trevor Chalobah continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program and could end up joining Bayern Munich. Connie Chukwuemeka recovering well post-surgery and starting rehabilitation. Wesley Fofana continuing with the early stages of his rehabilitation program. That one has become a concern to me. Hopefully, that's the last time he'd be out for the length of time. Yeah, he's going to be out for now. And Reece James continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. Mihailo Mudryk continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. That one, shocking to me. That one came out of nowhere during a training session. So I hope, yeah, he's fine. Christopher Nkunku continuing with the early stages of his rehabilitation program. And some other news here that AD shared with me, I want to share with us quickly. I think I'll do that. This says Marcos Alonso turns down a 2-year deal from Manchester United as former Chelsea star wants to see out his contract with Barcelona, which means that the plan is also to leave as a free agent and earn quite a lot of money. But maybe you could argue out of respect for Chelsea also, because we didn't want to. I don't know whether we wanted to sell him, but that's why the way we move on from that. So yeah, I'm waiting for you. Let's see if you have anything else to say before we start addressing the items we have lined up here. Let me see the poll, which asks the question: what would you rather Chelsea do? 61% says sell Trevor Chalobah, and 39% says keep Trevor Chalobah. I'm not too sure what my choice would be, but I just want him. I think he can defend better than some of the players that are starting for us right now, in my opinion. It's just my argument. I get some of them, you can say, look more flamboyant on the ball and, more flashy than him on the pitch, but he gets the job done. And you could argue right now we don't have the perfect balance of, in our defensive line, just like we did during the days of Thomas Tuchel, where you have the aggressive one in Antonio Rudiger, and then those that are good on the ball with Thiago Silva and Andreas Christensen. We don't have that balance anymore, in my opinion. I don't know whether what's his name, Disasi can be that guy, but we'll find out. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go along, well, I appreciate you all. So it looks like I'm gonna end the poll right now in a bit. So let's start addressing the items we have lined up one by one. So we'll start this one. The woolly mammoth, as Roger, my bro, calls him. Once more, I do hope, Roger, I hope, well, if you're watching, more importantly, I do hope you're doing well. It says Romelu Lukaku to AS Roma. Here we go. Agreement reached on loan deal valid until June 2024, which means a season-long loan. A player will travel to Roma on Tuesday. Salary coverage around 7.5 million euros for 10 months. Loan fee higher than 5 million euros. Green light arrived also on player side. Done deal. So he's agreed to personal terms to the conditions of the loan spell. He's also, again, Chelsea have agreed the loan fee and that Juventus will cover Lukaku's salary for the duration of his loan spell there, which is an excellent deal, really. That gets him off our wage bill. There's some interesting, another interesting aspect of that loan deal that I want us to look at in a bit. But let me give those in the chat of the microphone before I come back to that. More importantly, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. From a JC coach, Barcelona have not registered Alonso yet with their league. With the league as a player yet. As I recollect, this was a status. This was the status before that. Okay, the start of their first game, has it changed? I don't know. I think I remember that issue, but I don't know whether that has changed. Good morning to you too. A lot of people, Miss Coach, and everyone. Congratulations once again on getting the woolly mammoth out of the garden. Our kids don't need to fear anymore. Yeah, the boogeyman is gone, unfortunately. He's burning bridges everywhere. He again, whenever he leaves a club, he burns the bridges, burns the ground. Where again, making sure there's no the possibility of rebuilding the bridge isn't there, unfortunately. But let's move on from that. Rehabilitation FC. I'm not gonna. If Bayern don't offer 50 million for Chalobah, he is going nowhere. That is the asking price Todd Bowley and Co have put on him, which means they like him, which means they really want to keep him. It's a sign that they want to keep him. So if Bayern are serious and Chelsea aren't willing to let him go on loan, if they're serious, they have to pay up to sign him. But I know Thomas Tuchel likes Trevor Chalobah quite a lot, and he did well under him. So it makes sense. But DJ, thank you again, which is good news. Yeah, in so many ways. Big up to you too, Mitchy boy. Big up to all of you in the chat. So I'm gonna stop the poll right now. 59% wants them sold, but yeah, Bayern has to pay up. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna end that one and put something as that will help us garner more likes, because the likes do go a long way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Even those of you that are not able to participate in the chat for one reason or the other, please, the likes do go a long way. We appreciate you if you can do that for us. Just give me 1 second here, people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'll be with you. Yeah, that's like 10 seconds now, and the silence is deafening, if we're being honest here. Coming to you, coming. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with. That's why we always have to do this to help us garner more likes. And what else do we have here next? Mitchy boy, and we have this a 37 million buyback clause on the Lukaku deal. Yeah, that's something we have to talk about now. I don't know. Maybe you understand what really what happened. How possible is that? I do not know, but we'll talk about it next. Let's see. Big up to you too, Ankit, my brother from another mother. I appreciate you finding the time to join. If you're watching, if you haven't, go in and check out Almighty Blues FC. Make sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. An excellent content creator in multiple language in English and also Hindi. In case if you're watching here and you're Hindi and you speak Hindi, you understand Hindi, you will enjoy it. English too. Axel, for me, it still looks shaky, but that's for a reason. I know he's a fine player. I think we have more of a leader in him, but he has had a shaky start. And DJ, if we're being honest here, had it not been for the absence of Trevor Chalobah, you know quite well that Axel Disasi won't be starting games. Plus, also, you can argue the difference is that he has the height. He's more physical than most of the defenders we have within our ranks right now. And he's been excellent aerially for us. But truthfully, he's been shaky. But that's normal. That's because, if you ask me, he didn't even play. Did he play any games during preseason? No. For me, if it wasn't that the fact that we're lacking numbers at the time, I don't think he would have started. So I think he will be fine. He's still in his own preseason. I would keep Chalobah. He's also signed a new 5-year deal. That is more of a security to the club. The fact that he signed a new long-term deal, but that doesn't. Let's see. There's a chance he's pushing to leave too, but we don't know that. I've learned not to, you can say, make a fuss too much whenever the club decides to sell a player. Coach Roger passed a leg fitness test to make my show last night. Excellent, which means it's okay. But I'm going to try and reach out. I hope you're well, DJ. I think, he is. Let's see what else we have here. We have JC saying if we have a Thiago going in 1 to 2 years, I think Chalobah is very close to being better than Axel. I think they differ. Chalobah is, you can say, a better overall defender, quicker of the two. I don't know. Let's just leave it at that. I think he's an excellent defender, and I think we should keep him. But chances are he probably wants to leave because he doesn't want a situation where you can say he gets to play. He's not going to be playing as regularly as he'd expect as an English international. But let's see what the club does. It's looking like we're not too serious about selling him, which is why we're asking for £50 million, and we're not willing to let him go out on loan. But once the club does that, chances are the player himself is asking to leave. Close to being better than Axel and Fofana. He was better than Fofana last year, and the injury, that injury is really bad. Yep. The only thing Fofana has over him, as you can say, for more people, Chalobah isn't the most flamboyant, but he's an excellent defender in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people, and this says hello. Just saying hello to each other. A lot of people miss says Axel just jumped into the team with no preparation. He will get better. That I know for sure. I'm just saying I think we can actually keep them all, but it'd be difficult because Chalobah being an English international, I don't think he'd take only getting to play here and there. I think he'd leave. If Thiago and Fofana don't come back, keeping Chalobah makes sense, but I will not be surprised if we sell him for 50 million and our scouts find a younger talent. We have one already in the ranks, Humphreys. I think he's an excellent ball-playing defender, but he's nowhere near Trevor Chalobah. I think we need to mix it up, and Chalobah has that, brings something different to the table. He's more aggressive, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, than every other defender we have right now. Too many likes for me. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. So let's see. Here's where's that aspect of the Romelu Lukaku deal? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, this one here is something I'm not too sure. After all the fight with Lukaku and all we've heard, this says that Chelsea have written a 37 million release clause into Romelu Lukaku's new contract variation. Lukaku has also dropped his wages for the next year at Roma and the remaining 2 years after. Wow. That's interesting, really. Especially this part. It's interesting. Maybe you could say the club has forced him to see, look, if you're feeling like you're playing us, we still have a say in what happens to you in your future. And for him to have dropped his salary for, you can say, this season and the next 2 years left on his contract, and agreeing to a 37 million pounds release clause, it's quite interesting to me. I'm not too sure how they were able to achieve that, how they were able actually to arrive at you can say at something sensible like this. Because yeah, you can say both camps don't see eye to eye, but I'll take it. He move on and we move on. And enough of the name calling and all that, honestly, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have. Oh, yes, Humphreys is there. Let's cash in 15 million. And good for Chalobah, too. I don't want him. He's not a bench warmer, in my opinion. But Humphreys is good enough. And it looks like the manager wants to keep him. And the manager, it also looks like he's not afraid to give the youth a chance. And I think that will go a long way for, you can say, in helping the up and coming talents within youth ranks to be confident that there's a place for them, there's a path for them to make it to the first team. I see a nice chemistry with respect to passing in between the lines from Disasi to Enzo to Sterling to Jackson. His pace, Axel, he isn't the quickest in my opinion. Maybe I'm concerned, but I'm not concerned. Here's why I'm not concerned with regards to his pace. He's an intelligent player. And intelligence is the reason why footballing intelligence is the reason why Thiago Silva has lasted as long as he's lasted in football. And Axel Disasi, he has that. And the shaky period we've seen, just as a lot of people he shouldn't be starting as soon as he did, but because we lacked numbers in that department, he got a chance to start. Maybe a concern, but he's a better reader of the game than Trev. I'm not going to say about you're entitled to your opinion, but to me, maybe it's something you could be correct, but I'm not going to say that at this point not because I love Trevor, but because I know there's a good player in him. Chalobah Kid needs to play. Yep, that's why again, because I like him, I wouldn't mind him leaving. Good luck to him, but we must include the buyback clause. Not with Bayern. I don't think a club like Bayern, if you're selling a player to him, you have a buyback clause. Chelsea, for instance, don't agree to such thing. He said maybe selling clause. But let's see what happens. If they want him, they'll take him and make him theirs, in my opinion. Chelsea are working hard to keep their final decision on a 10. On a 10 out of the press for now. Yep. We did talk about at length during yesterday's show, and the whole thing comes down to what how the Chelsea pursuit of Michael Olise unfolded. They didn't like that. It escalated to an extent where Crystal Palace wanted to take Chelsea to a tribunal. They don't want that anymore. And even Fabrizio Romano couldn't mention names. So people right now are just speculating. Even before that, Chelsea were able to put to put their transfer activities on the wraps. For instance, in the case of Jackson, we didn't know until boom, it happened. In the case of also Disasi, nobody knew anything until it was close until the club was closer to getting it over the line. So now it's even tight right now. But nice to see you, Patrick and Patrick Nabonde. Nice to see you, brother. Hello, coach. I don't think selling him is the best option. Let's just keep him. What's new on Jordan Sancho? Nothing new except that we're looking to sign it. We're interested in signing him, and to me, at this point, it's all rumors. In the case of here's the thing, Chalobah, chances are he wants to leave. We don't know. So I don't think the club likes to sell players like that. Chances are he wants to, for instance, we've had offer on the table for what's his name, Conor Gallagher, but the club wants to keep him. And yeah, the club wants to keep him. The manager likes him, so the club gives you a price that if you meet, the probably a price that they know clubs will not meet. It's as simple as that. But let's move on from that. Let's see what the club does. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see. I'm good. Nice to hear that you're good. If there's one thing Disasi can use to cover for his space, it is his reading of the game. Delicious comment right there. His size is also important because you could argue we lacked height in that department until we signed him. He's good. He's excellent aerially. Actually, his reading of the game was suspect. Was suspect every time he loses the ball, and we gave away cheap goals. But too early to judge. Yeah, I agree with you. That's very sensible of you, brother. Too early to judge. Plus, you could say he's still in his on a preseason started against Liverpool, so a few more games to go. But beyond that, he's looked excellent. I like his line breaking passes, like Ankit, my brother, mentioned. Even from a deeper position, he can find a pass closer to the final his teammates that's closer to the opposition 18-yard box and still on the carpet. That's the most interesting thing about Disasi's pass. I think he brings something different, his height and everything. So I wouldn't mind. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. We appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this morning. Let's see what else we have lined up. Lukaku is gone. His wage is off our books. That will go a long way. We cannot create a bottleneck, a congestion. Yep, I agree with you. Moreover, when the academy keeps producing new talents like Humphreys, we need to have a path to the first team for them. And it's good to see Mauricio Pochettino, even without the club demanding so, he's known to give young players a chance. He's known to give young players a chance. Just give me 1 second. I need to take care of something. Yeah. Yeah, he's not to give young players a chance. It's proven that he's going to continue doing that. So if you're good enough, you will most definitely get a chance. Let's see some update here on Trevor Chalobah before we move up, and that's from Florian Plettenberg. I don't know him. He says that Trevor Chalobah is still the main priority for Bayern, as always reported in the last days. Bayern is working an agreement with Chelsea as the player wants to join Bayern. That's one thing. You see why I said sometimes you don't just go straight to blaming the club or saying why are they selling him. Once a player indicates they want to leave, once a player indicates that he wants to leave, or let me see, just date, just to let me see, use he this time because we're talking about the men's team. once a player indicates that he wants to leave, you have to let them go, even if you like him. So in this case, pay attention here. Trevor Chalobah is still the main priority for FC Bayern, as always reported in the last days. Bayern is working on an agreement with Chelsea as the player wants to join Bayern and has already talked to Tuchel. So that's one aspect you have to pay attention to. I like him, but I sense probably most likely he would want to join Tuchel because Tuchel trusts him. And right now, you can argue, I get it, he's been out injured. You can argue he's looked at the situation and say, I don't think there's a place for me here. I'd rather leave now. If the Chalobah deal would fail, Bella Kotchap is the alternative. I don't know him. Chalobah and Bella Kotchap reviewed, and now it's a crucial stage. A decision expected today, as at Inter has set a deadline for Pavard from Bayern to Benjamin Pavard from Bayern to Inter Milan. But let's see what happens. So Bayern are practically looking for a replacement, as we can see there. But yeah, let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 30 likes already. Let's get the likes up. Let's try and get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. It looks like we're a bit slow today. AB joins the show. AB, Wagwan, man. Nice to see you. Appreciate you finding the time to join. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Let's see what other item we have lined up here. AB, much love to you. Let's move to the next item we have lined up and move on from there. So Romelu Lukaku out of the window. Even though it's on loan, that's an important move. If he does well, I think Roma would want to keep him on a permanent. And I think Mourinho likes him. Mourinho's a typical type of number 9. So I'm not going to be shocked if he ends up staying there on a permanent. All right, back to the Trevor Chalobah conversation again once more. It appears, understand Bayern have now formally approached Chelsea to start talks of Trevor Chalobah, and the other report, the other report which is addressed is saying, yeah, the talks are already on the way. Formally approached Chelsea to start talks of Trevor Chalobah deal. Told Chelsea rejected loan proposal as they insist on a permanent transfer. That is usually a sign that the player has indicated he wants to leave. So it becomes a risk for it to be a loan. And as you can see there, except if it's going to be with an obligation to buy, as we saw again when we addressed the other report, he's told again he wants to join Liverpool, and probably he's told the club that, and he's already spoken with to Thomas Tuchel. Yep. So I wish him well. It looks like most likely he's going to leave. This says the talks continue in order to make a final decision soon. Inter wait answers on Benjamin Pavard, and I think Pavard is not going to be available to Inter until maybe Bayern, if Bayern are able to complete the deal of until they are able to sign Trevor Chalobah before anything else happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 32 likes. Let's get the likes up and get it to 100 as soon as possible. I appreciate you all, and pardon me, I have to take a sip of my coffee before I lose my voice. All right, let's go for it. If Chalobah joins Bayern, I want them to win the Champions League. Meet Milan in the final. Interesting. Interesting. Constantine Dunn. I didn't see you yesterday, bro. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you joining. Much love to you, and calls me Chip Chola. Let's move to the next item we have lined up here. I appreciate you all. How many likes? 34 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 as soon as possible. I know people end up much interested with Chelsea transfer activities because there isn't so much. Again, the excitement, you can say, has fizzled out. The club Chelsea are looking at players that a lot of the fan base would want to see, but that's okay. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Just give me 1 second here. I'm checking for something before we move to the next item we have lined up here. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, there you go. I think we're good. So yeah, let's see what else do we have here. Let's move on. Okay, let's see what Constantine Dante is saying there. He's saying, I came on last night just as you left. Yeah, lateness is greatness. So not doing everyday stream. No, we're still doing everyday stream. I think we missed a day the other day because I had to take a break for personal reasons. Let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Let's check out and as the transfer window nears its end, maybe it starts today. We'll start doing evening shows. Except for the days that my boys will go for swimming. So because yeah, things will pick up really, really quick. Um, Yeah, talks between Bayern and Chelsea and Bayern Munich over Trevor Chalobah are getting hurt. Yep, hurt indeed. It's moving on. It may well happen. We could hear something today saying it's close to happening. But yeah, unfortunately, he ends up leaving. That's how I see it. And Setmo. Is it Set Multimedia would really like a Chalobah to move to Bayern since his place is not guaranteed. Yep, that makes sense. I think you're making sense of the situation. Because since his place is not guaranteed at Chelsea, he can do better than most of the defenders at Bayern, even at Chelsea, in my opinion. But overall, he's a good player. Okay, I thought maybe you went on loan as well. No, I did not. But that's, by the way, thank you for saying that. And there will be Madugba. I like that name, an Igbo name. What is this ESR rumors? I don't know much about it. I have to be honest. I don't know much about it. Chances are, okay, can you elaborate? I've seen ESR and I don't know what player they're referencing actually. I'm not going to pretend I know what player is that. You correct me. I want to know, honestly. But that's, by the way, Obi Madugba one day. I appreciate you joining. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. Can you say the name in full so that I can understand? That's what that acronym stands for. I'm not too sure. I have to be honest. I don't pretend I know what I don't know. So let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Rose Smith. No, I don't know where we stand with that. Rumors are that we're interested. Have we reached out to Arsenal? Nothing. I haven't heard anything like that. It may well be a smoke screen. Do I think he's a good player? I think he's a good player. Is he really what we want? I'd say no. In my opinion, but I'm not too sure that we want Smith Rowe. But we'll find out. Yeah, thank you so much, Constantine Dante. I appreciate that. Emil, okay, Emily, is it Emile or it ends with an E? Smith Rowe of Arsenal, Smith Rowe. Yep, I'm not too sure whether I'm interested. At this point, to me, it's all just rumors, I have to say. Keep dropping. Yeah, Emily, the sister. Okay, I appreciate you. And greetings, my brother. Much love from Germany. Obi Motherboard, my oldest son. His name is Obiora. And I'm sure you know the meaning of that. Keep Constantine Dante, you're not gonna kill me. Emily Smith Rowe, that's the sister. Yeah, I agree with you. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Let's move on to the next one. And here we go. I think, yeah, this one, I think we've addressed you can say we've talked enough about Trevor Chalobah's potential move to Bayern. I'm still laughing. Constantine Dante will not kill me. Yeah, Emily, the sister of Emily Smith Rowe. Let's go. Interesting. Let's get into the nitty gritty, as this content creator would say. Barcelona have not received a formal approaches from Chelsea for Raphinha and Ferran Torres, but Chelsea have 10 names on their list for the end of the window. It gets interesting. So things are going to heat up like this really quick, and that was why I said, yeah, I think we will start doing evening shows. Maybe there's a chance the evening shows will be sporadic, but we need to be up to date. We don't have to wait until the Blue Morning Show now that we have just about 4 days before the transfer window shuts. We need to keep up to date, which means we need to be doing evening shows. And sometimes I had something that I usually put up automated, but what's his name? Elon Musk changed quite a lot. I cannot do the automated update show maybe I'll find a way to do that next time. Yeah, Dante is in the house, and you heard him say that. Morning to you too, Adebayo Makunju. I appreciate you. Hannibal Africanus, nice to join, brother, and always love. Wow, yeah, we have fun here. But welcome, Obi Madugba. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you here. Welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. Feel at home, express yourself. Your opinion matters, but all we ask of you is to keep it civil. And I'm sure even by the time you said hello, you'd see the community guidelines or rules. No name calling, no Islamophobia, no homophobia, and all of that. But I appreciate you joining, brother. Let's see. Ifeanyi Zegu, I appreciate you joining. Mr. Ifeanyi, one day. Good day, guys. Good day to you too. Ifeanyi, I appreciate you joining. Chalova is being forced out. I don't know. No. Don't start that narrative again. Every time you come back, you come with a fight. No, I think if anything, Chalobah wants to leave. The price we're quoting means we value him. We want to keep him. And the rumors has always been there that if we sign another centre back, that he would want to leave, and it's understandable. And the fact that he's spoken with Thomas Tuchel, and the fact that we learned he wants to jump Bayern, and I think the club are aware. He probably must have told the club, "Let me go," because the club will always come to you. Look what's happening. What do you want to do to ensure that they have players who you can say who are here wholeheartedly, who wants to committed. I know he's always been committed, but I'm quite sure the fact that he wants to jump Bayern comes down to his you can say he wants to be playing and probably feels like he's better than some of the defenders we have within our ranks that are starting over him. Obi, well done. Big up Coachila, big up to you to Prince Moaz. I haven't seen in a while. Chikwemeka okay, Chikwemeka Nadu they do well, maybe. I think they do well, brother. Chelsea is cooking something delicious. I think I agree with you. Chelsea are shopping for some last-minute discounts. But chances are we will most definitely overpay. You can say panic buy from a financial perspective, because I'm quite sure these owners they're not the type of people that will overspend on a player because they want a player. I think they're willing to, you can say, make do with what we have, just not to buy the wrong players and also end up in a short term having what we call dead woods. Gathering coupons, every free is good. And Gabriel or more Obas, even in shows for us in different time zones will be great. We did that, but the issue has always been who would take care of my voice when I do that. I think soon. Today I should be able to do, but I'll look at it again to be sure. 50 million is a respectable amount. The amount says, the amount says we value him highly, and if Bayern don't pay up, we're gonna keep him. That's exactly the same thing. But Jesse, you just you just did a tapping on me. You just did a tapping on me, really. And I'm gonna. That's it, but you are on site anyway. You're on site, so I agree with you. But that's you just did a tap in on me, but I'll take it. Obi, I appreciate you becoming a member. Much love to you, brother. Thank you so much. That will go a long way for us. And I still have. Okay, let's see how many people we have here. Okay, I think you know what? It doesn't matter. I think the regulars are here. I think I'll try not to forget. We'll do a giveaway, the Stay in School Project giveaway. We didn't earn much through the membership, but I will still do it anyway because I promised I would do it whether we earn enough or not. Why is it a panic buy? From a financial perspective, if you overpay, it's a panic buy still because you're paying more than, again, you should pay under normal circumstances because we are getting closer to the end of the transfer window. Clubs will be reluctant to sell and will ask premium for whatever, even if you're going for the worst player on planet Earth, you still pay extra. That's how I see it. I don't see panic anywhere. Every time Fabrizio calls directors, they print out a random list for him to dwell on. The club is having fun. You can't argue that, really. It must be fun to be part of the board. Welcome, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Obi the Obi, Obi Chuku, Obi Okafo. But Obi Madukba, I appreciate you joining, brother. All right. Let's see. Welcome, Obi-Wan. Wow, I like that. Prince Mohaz to the Blues family rules. Uh, yeah, we break. Yeah, break the like button. Do whatever you want with it. But I appreciate you saying that. Honestly, not excited seeing Raphinha news to Chelsea. Dude rejected us already, and I didn't think he rejected us. But do I want him at Chelsea? I'd say no. If you paid attention again, let me refresh your memory. Maybe now you'd pay attention to what really happened at the time before we went in for him. It was a hijack. We were trying to hijack the deal from Barcelona, and he'd already agreed personal terms with Barcelona and was waiting for them to find a way to meet a Leeds United valuation of him. And so that was why when we put in that bid, we were waiting to see what happened. But the player, you can say, had to, again, he wanted to honor the agreement he had in place with Barcelona at the time, and he did reject us. And we saw some reports then saying he's open to joining us, but he wants to honor the agreement he has in place with Barcelona. There's nothing wrong in that. That's not him rejecting us. Had it not been that he had an agreement already in place with Barcelona and that happened, then you could say he rejected us. And Moses Caicedo did the same thing for us. He agreed personal terms with us and then look back. And he told, again, from what we read, he told Liverpool he's already agreed to join us and he's not going to change that. And he was the reason why you could say we probably didn't pay too much, because I did not mean that he wanted to join us. Would pay, you could say, around 120, 130. But thank goodness. So, but that doesn't mean I want Raphinha at Chelsea. And do I believe the stories that we're looking to sign him? I'd say no, because he's not going to come cheap. And we spent so much this window, I don't think we'll be paying that much money for him, except maybe if we can get him on loan. Let's see, NJC, why is it a panic buy, coach? I think we've addressed that. Do you have it twice on there? I think maybe you have it 2 times. Welcome, Mr. Obi. One day, yep, I feel at home. You can see the love already. I think I've read those. Maybe I went back up. Honestly, not excited. Yeah, I think I went back. So apologies. I would take Raphinha over Barcola. Wow. And Emile Rose Smith. Wow. Emile Smith Rowe. You take him over him? I think for me, I think this more Smith is more dynamic. For me, what I've always hated about Raphinha is that he's way too one-dimensional to my liking. But that's just me, which was why I argued I'd rather we keep the kid we sent to Strasbourg, because it's more dynamic. He's left-footed, but there's more to his game than Raphinha. Raphinha is easy. He can be easily marked out of a game. I feel for our fans that they have to go through so many player videos on YouTube. They hardly finish, and the CFC comes out with a list of another 10 players. And the fans are tired yet. A content with transfers. I don't think they are. And here's the thing: sometimes some of the players that we've been linked with, some are actually absolute nonsense. But because we're eager to see new signings with the fans, we actually suck up to every news out there with regards to Chelsea Football Club's transfer activities. Yeah, it can be tiring, it can be exhausting, it can be exciting. Sometimes it can break your heart too. Coach, you just played a replay, or was it a VAR check? You can say call it a VAR check, and I did say I went back, but you know how to, bro. I'm gonna start calling you out, but you did the tapping on me. When I complained, you didn't say anything. But much love. What better news today to make my day than this Lukaku transfer news? It's great news. Quite a lot of our wage bill, which makes a whole lot of difference. You could argue may well lead to us moving quickly in the market, because now his salary isn't a problem anymore. There's no way Raphinha to Chelsea will happen. Not even a 0.5% of possibility. Yeah, I think I believe you. So this may well be all horse crap out there that they know people will suck up to. Rose Smith, Smith Rowe is a square peg to a square hole. It's a no-brainer. Premier League experience is the bonus for me. You could argue that, and he did well. But some people, I think I've seen some people arguing that he's actually his injury record is concerning. I think I have something that Tabeho shared that I'll have us look at up there. Hopefully, they just put these 3 names out just to pay attention there while we work on others. I think they've used there's a pattern to that actually right now. They've used that format before. Create a small screen somewhere, and when people are busy arguing over that, boom, they get a deal over the line. Coachila Raphinha will add attacking threat to the final third. I think I agree with you. But if we had other options, if we have other options, I'd rather other options than him. To me, he's way too one-dimensional, in my opinion. The goal line technology was turned off. Yeah, so no way to tell what happened. Money to you to Usman Isaac. He says, why are we turning all the teams, all the players? Okay, signing all the players that are left footed squad. Rafinha again. Yeah, it's a good question. That's a bit jumbled up. Good day to you too, Onyedikachi Aja. I appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing well. I was thinking Roger and IDZ, the lawyers on this platform, only for me to see the way coach has tabled a good case of Rafinha. Wow, you can no, don't put me into that category. I like your conclusion that he is expensive and one dimensional. I have to be honest. But even though I did tell you how I think him not joining Chelsea wasn't him rejecting Chelsea really. But I'm gonna get this one and I'll bring on Ty. Ty's on the panel. Financial lever merchants are hoping for an exit route. We are not. Yeah, we're not. Let's see. Yeah, it says we now have a proper director saying yeah they will deal with them accordingly. I'm gonna go to Ty immediately. Ty, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I don't know anything else. We've talked about Romelu Lukaku joining AS Roma. That deal is done. And yeah, the deal. I think I have to do a YouTube shot on people to understand the Lukaku deal, but I have to take my time to look at it again. Trevor Chalobah, you can argue, will most likely jump Bayern, in my opinion. And then we'll at, Ferran Torres and Raphinha. So, Ty, whatever you want to come in, if you're there, you go for it.
Uh, yeah, there's a lot of things. Lukaku has left the club for a bit, I suppose, but I don't really I don't know. It's as Bobby once said, it's one of those deals where you'd say you wish it never happened because the things that have followed after all of that is
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing short of dramatic, and it's something that will drain a lot of fans. It will divide some of the fan base as well, but it's good that there was a solution because obviously we're hearing uh things that I didn't really believe at the time, but you're hearing that he'd have to probably be reintegrated back into the team. The reporters say that it's becoming less and less likely that there's a way for him to leave the club. So it's
Mm-hmm.
good that there's a way to let him leave because obviously he's made it clear that he doesn't want to join. He doesn't want to stay at the club, and we best that he joins another club or goes somewhere else and play since he doesn't really have any interest in playing for Chelsea. But yeah, the whole attacking options that are supposedly on a short list of that includes 10 plus players. It's good, but any player that you sign at this stage of the market is obviously you panic buying, and at the point you had made, which people say were asking if it's panic buying, the fact that you're paying over the usual amount that you'd have to pay, or the fact that clubs will increase the amount based on the fact that they're about to lose players or they're selling players at the latter stages of the window, it's going to be panic buying because you want the player, and and in terms of what you do in the early in the window, if it was the case that that was the fee you'd have to pay, you're paying over that fee, or you're paying that fee now because of the importance that you think the player has now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's panic buying. It's making the decision to sign a player the latter stages of a situation so that you can obtain that player and then hopefully he is able to add to your team. But yeah, there's a lot of things. It's interesting. There's a couple more days left to see what
Mhm.
happens. But yeah, Chelsea will keep us amazed, and like you've always said, we may send somewhere that we didn't even know we're looking at. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yep, let's see what happens. Indeed, let's catch up on some quick updates here. AD is in the background. I don't have producers, but AD is more like my producer these days. Is that the one we're looking for? I think I'm looking for this particular item here. We'll come back to what we have on the screen in a bit. So there you go. We have this one here for those of you that are still hopeful that we can get that we can still sign what's his name, Joao Felix. I've always told you it's not going to happen, and I did mention the fact that he wants to join Barcelona. Pay attention to these from Fabrizio Romano, which says that Joao Felix's stance remains the same. He wants Barcelona and is waiting for Barca until Friday. So if he doesn't join Barca, that sounds to me like he's willing to stay at Atletico Madrid. Again, this says exclusive. Joao Felix segment on his Twitter. I'd love to play for Barcelona. I don't know why we're still talking for him. Just let the player go. I've always known it was going to be difficult to keep him. And quickly, since we've talked about Smith Rowe, his injury record. So people, it looks like people the injury concerns are legit also because we did something similar when we were still pushing to sign Wesley Fofana. It turns out we were correct. Sometimes these things can be, you can say, a bold writing on the wall for you to read and know what you're doing. I get it, players can overcome injuries and stay fit for a while. These things happen, especially young players. But this, let's go back a bit here. I can't see the very button. So Bruce Reed, 7 days out, missed one game. Growing strain, 18, 19, 91 days out, missed 6 games. Yep, and then Sema Ye, 18, 19, doctor problems, 21 days out, missed 4 games. 19, 20, a growing injury, missed 11 days and 2 games. Head injury, 19, 20, also same year again, 14 days, missed 2 games. Shoulder injury in 2020, 2021, 46 days, missed 15 games. And then 22, 23, he's still, growing surgery, 63 days and 14 games. So I don't think we should go for him. And I don't think he comes cheap too. Except if it's that again as cheap as you could say how much you'd pay for a product in it from a thrift store maybe or Goodwill store. Maybe that's when I'd say okay, maybe let's buy him. I think it's a risk. I don't think we should go for him honestly. Let's see what else we have here. Again, Emile Smith Rowe will make a Chelsea FC clinical in front of goal. I promise I prefer we go for him, but he has to. Majid Allow, I'm guessing you're a Yoruba brother, but he has to stay fit first. He has to stay fit, but that's concerning. And plus, it's not going to come cheap. And chances are Arsenal will be asking for premium. So I'd say maybe at this point it's all rumors because I'm sure Chelsea, the hierarchy, probably the owners are probably not going to be looking to sign any player who has such an injury record because we're already still have village of injured players just like we did last season. So it's a huge concern in my opinion. Did you guys order a new shirt without sponsor? I relied and was sold out. Okay, you checked and it was sold out. I think I saw somebody ask about a new sponsor. Where did I see that? Did I skip it? Maybe I'll still find it. Eddie Smith Rowe could have been the best option if not his injury record. He's a good player. I can agree, but that's concerning really. And thanks for Tubejo who shared that in the group. Maybe the medical clinical. Yeah, maybe. I need to see a proper 4-2-3-1. I don't mind any structure. Whatever the manager knows will work, let him go with it. Honestly, if a long-term project, if it is a long-term project, CFC does not need her to buy anybody. But the fact that the club wants her to buy someone due to injury release, it says that to me, club wants to win and Poch better deliver. That's a delicious comment. Even though I could have just done the tapping on you, just like you did on me. But much love. That's a serious, delicious comment. People aren't paying attention to that. Believe me, if you knew JC, you'd know he's one of the biggest critics of the new owners. But as an intelligent individual, he's paying attention to what's going on. First, he commended the new structure in place, and he's commended how efficient they've been during this particular transfer window. And now he's telling you, look, if you're paying attention, the players are signing are telling you they want to win. Forget about the purchase aspect there. First of all, from what I get from that comment, he's telling you they want to win, and that's the truth. They will not be spending the money paying how much they pay for Casado, how much they pay for Lavia or Enzo Fernandez, all those big names if they don't want to win. So it's common sense. But we're not here to talk about the owners anyway. But that's delicious, even though I don't like JC. I could have just skipped that. Yeah, that says a lot about the ambition, and Pochettino better win. Let's see, another purchase will be some statement on our short-term ambition. I think it sounds like it. I'm going to be stealing your idea this morning because you're on fire this morning, really. Looks like Felix still hasn't stopped dribbling. No, he still hasn't. Growing is the worst injury. It never heals properly. Once you do growing ligaments, you're effed for life. Yeah, what you say there. It says that Felix keeps twerking in transfer window. Liverpool is thinking about him. If they have to replace Salah, it will be then Chelsea fans will be in serious pain. Then you start here, the negativity will escalate, and people will be saying all sorts of nonsense. Only God knows the secret attackers we're looking at. I think I like it like that. We may well be some names we didn't expect the club to sign, and the good thing is that they've proven that they can unearth gems. We don't have to pay premium to sign players we want to sign. But that's, by the way, just quickly, I want to appeal to those of you who are following. If you're following the show on, on Twitter or X, if that's if you prefer, please be sure to follow the Chelsea Perspective Twitter account. That will go a long way. So it looks like the press conference starts. Is it started already? Head coach preview tomorrow. Okay, it looks like it's starting to soon. So I'll be following it. If I see anything new, we will talk about the press conference. So this is a press conference. This is a transfer show / press conference watch along. What happened to Arsene Zarayan? Politics, global politics. We were not able to navigate that to get him. We really wanted him. So at one point we heard that Strasbourg were interested in signing him, which could have been a strategy. But that didn't happen. Which could have been a strategy in the sense it would have been easier to sign him from Strasbourg rather than signing him from his Russian club. But that fell through. Even at one point, I heard he was close to joining. Was it Napoli or so? But right now, I think what club is he joining? I can't quite remember. I think a Spanish team. I can't quite remember. But
Royal Sociedad.
So a Spanish team, yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, he's a player I like so much. But it doesn't work. Politics didn't help us. Mudryk, instead of scoring goals, he is his DMing. Is that what that means? Insta goals. Wow. You serious right now? Let's see. He joined right. Thank you so much, Ty. You're in two places at the same time. Mohaz, Zarayan, and Ty will be releasing quite a lot of shows that gives you bits and pieces of a lot of YouTube shots that will be you will see analysis on bits and pieces of players who've signed. I think the first series will be on Axel Disasi. I like him so much. Arsene went to some French, not French club, Spanish club, but he was close to joining a French club because EU does not sanction deals between football clubs unless any concerned club is owned by, UK has sanctioned all clubs, let's see, Mudryk, okay, you're going to start that. I'm going to start calling that Aubameyang out now. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let's see the next item. This is one of those days where we don't have too much to talk about, but we'll talk so much about the little we have talked about. And this is saying this is practically, essentially, maybe debunking the rumors linking us with moves for Ferran Torres and what's his name? And Raphinha. Barcelona have now received a formal approaches from Chelsea for Raphinha or Ferran Torres, but Chelsea have a 10. Chelsea have 10 names on their list for the end of the window. That doesn't mean that those two are on it. I think people are just, you can say, making up things, or maybe Barcelona sponsoring a narrative, maybe to get ahead, turned towards their direction to sign one of their players. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 51 likes. It just looks as if we will struggle to get it to 100 likes today, but let's make it happen, people. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. I don't think Mudryk is a flop, and I get it. That's how Kimso operates. Mudryk's situation is similar to Carney. Carney got little game time here and there last season, and as soon as Carney got a run of game, he exploded. Same will be for Mudryk. He's a fine player. He's got it in him. He hasn't lost it. Arsenal weren't going after him just for the sake of it. But that's why we'll move on. Let's say the next item we have lined up here. Let's go for it, people. Let's go for it. 92 people watching, and we're still stuck at 53 likes. We should be doing better than that. There you go. Chelsea talks for Bradley Barcola with Lyon have stopped. Since Andreas Santos joined Nottingham Forest on loan, Lyon wanted Santos as part of the deal. I'm not sure. Wanted him as part of the deal. Maybe they wanted him on a permanent. And Chelsea likes Andreas Santos and would prefer him going out to loan. And you can say getting time, maturing in, and being ready for the first team. That's how I see it. So if it was on loan, I think Chelsea would have sanctioned that move. That's what I make of it. But Ty, what do you make of it? What do you make of this report here?
I guess I'm gonna have to do a tap in here, and say, yeah, Andres Santos was wanted on a permanent by Lyon, and obviously, like you said, they didn't want to sell him, but they don't want to sell him because they value him, and he's an investment that they think will work out in the future, but he needs the game time. So sending him out on loan is the best thing, and rather than sending him out to a French team, it was better just loan him out to a club that's playing in the Premier League and is in the same league where he gets to adapt, or hopefully gets the opportunity to adapt to the league or get game time and understand the league. The whole thing with Nottingham Forest though is very frustrating to me now because of the reports that I'm seeing. But yeah, the basis is that it wasn't best to sell him out to Lyon, or to sell him to Lyon to get another player because they value Andreas Santos.
Yep, just give me 1 second. Mentioning Rosanantis, be sure he's okay. 1 second, I'll be up. I'll be there with you guys. Right, let's move on, people. Let's see anything else here. The Santos one, interesting one. Sorry, you okay, Ty? All right, let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Never end up. I love him so much. And Mitchy Boy, again, if you're watching, let's have Mitchy Boy reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Ty is there, but Ty
is active.
Sorry? Sorry, Ty, what were you saying? What are you saying? All right, and if you're interested, if you have any questions, please drop it there, and I'll be glad to try and answer it for you. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Let's see. All right, it looks like my screen is frozen. Why? I do not know. If you can still hear me, it looks like I have a frozen screen. I don't know why that is happening. Usually makes it difficult to communicate. And Ty isn't there to continue talking while I try to figure out what's going on with my screen here. And I'm going to keep reading from the right hand side. You can say the screen that is in front of me. Okay, there you go. Finally, I hope it's working properly right now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see. Adebayo Makundu says Santos are for Barcola. Thank God Chelsea were not some dumb. Yeah, we didn't do that. That Barcola kid is not ready and will also need a loan himself before playing for Chelsea. So again, that shows Chelsea rates Andreas Santos very highly, and I'm glad they didn't do that if they wanted him on a permanent. Let's see. I don't think Mudryk has had a 5 starts since he joined Chelsea. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. I think we, Graham Potter especially, did not happen. Mudryk's start to life very well. But I'm not going to complain too much because I know he will come good. I think we've all seen flashes of what he's capable of doing here and there. All he needs just a consistent game time. And if anybody's going to be help him come good, it will be Mauricio Pochettino. So I'm not too concerned really. I look forward to seeing him play more games. Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I'm checking to see updates on the press conference. I think it's probably on now, according to the updates I've gotten from the fifth stand. Yeah, let's see anything else to address it. Otherwise, we're going to go into, let me see if they have anything new. Nothing has emerged from the press conference right there. Let me check. Pies, he usually on his CFC Pies. Okay, let's see. Anything else here? Is that new? Nothing new. Okay, I think it started already. So I'm going to bring it to the front here in a bit. Let's see what else we have. Hi, Michi. Okay, any news on Cucurella? I'm not sure he should go. I'm not sure either because we like numbers in that area. Sometimes, again, I like the way he presses. I think he's a good player, but there's a flaw in him which has become problematic, and I think teams they're well aware that he leaves tons of spaces in behind, and they always look to exploit that. Let's see, just only one thing from Poch there, which says Pochettino on more signings. He says maybe. That's the only thing that has emerged from the press conference at this point. Just one item there. So maybe we'll see if we'll see more there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go along with 57 likes. It's a slow day. I knew it. It looked as if we're never going to get to 100 today. But if it happens, I'll take it. Mr. Obi, I appreciate you joining, and thank you. Yeah, nothing new has emerged, but some are saying that we're in talks with Manchester United, so that may well happen. When, I do not know, but let's keep an eye on that one. It may well happen sooner than later. I see anything new, CFC Pies, anything new there from the press conference. I'm not seeing anything new, just Poch on more signings. And he responded with maybe yes. So not too certain we sign new players. But let's see. And Mitchie Boy says, where is my 2 boys today? I sent them to bed with their 1 milk. You're running them to the ground, but I think they're fine. Poch on more signings, nothing new. I'm still checking that, nothing new. I'm still checking the press conference. And it says, what's everyone thoughts? Okay, just conversation with his followers there. So not so much has emerged from the press conference, but I'm still watching. Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's breeze through all the items we've talked about. Maybe by the time we get to the end, yep, Lukaku to Roma is done, and we did well there. And this one here also talks about Chelsea have written a 37 million pounds release clause into Romelu Lukaku's new contract variation, whatever that means. Honestly, I'm not too sure. Yeah, but it's interesting. He's an asset, and we don't want to lose him on a free. Yeah, we've proven to him that we don't mind letting you rot in the academy. But let's see what else we have here. We also talked about this. Trevor Chalobah's future. It's looking like he's going to join Bayern. Am I too certain? I'm not sure. Hi to you too, Anan FC. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you joining. And this is Coach. Are we doing a pre-game show? I don't know if that game is going to be on TV. I don't know. I'm not too sure whether that particular game is going to be on TV. A lot of people are saying it won't, but I'll check it out. if he will be fine, but even if it won't be, I think we can still do a pre-game show because the lineups will be out and we'll look at it. But I'm thinking there will be lots of young players starting. Raphinha on the left, Stalin on the right. We will get a top three and win a cup as well. Maybe, but that is just your opinion. As for me, honestly, Undertaker CFC, I honestly do not want Raphinha at Chelsea. But that is just me. I have to be honest with you. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing new has emerged from the press conference, and I'm still checking. So yeah, we talked about Trevor Chalobah. We talked about that. Russian hackers will find a way to stream online. Oh, they do that all the time. But let's see, not just them. There's a busted ring, like you said, of some criminals doing that in the UK, making tons of money from the Premier League, streaming the Premier League games, and they were caught. Let's see anything else we have here. Starling has been juiced recently. Yep. He's had an excellent start to life in the 23-24 season. And long may that continue because he will go a long way for us. Let me see. I'm still checking if there's anything new from Pochettino here. Nothing new has emerged. This is, let's see. Poch on more signings maybe 7 minutes ago. That's just that. Nothing new has emerged. All right, keep it going, people. Let's see anything else. Let's see. The other item we talked about here is this one. Talks between Bayern Munich and Chelsea Football Club are getting hot, which means it may well happen soon. And Barcelona have not received any official offer, any formal approaches from Chelsea, and that's with regards to rumors that we're interested in signing Ferran Torres and Raphinha. I've always said that sounds like absolute hot studio until it happens. I'm not going to believe that, if that makes sense. Beyond that, we've talked about also Chelsea talks for Bradley Barcola with Lyon has stopped. Since Andres Santos has joined Nottingham Forest, that gives away the reason why that's not going to happen. Let's see what else we have here. Let's talk about this. Coach, did you notice how calm is our fan base? Everybody seemed to be confident that any purchase would be good. Yeah. That's an excellent observation, really. I have to be truthful with it. That's an excellent observation. Everybody seems to be confident that they will purchase, that the purchase will be good, or are they tired already of scrolling player videos on YouTube? No, I think everybody. Some you can say, let's go with the first part, or maybe some of them because they don't know who we're looking to sign, so they don't have you can say. They don't have basis for the usual, you can say, negativity-driven argument, or you can say whether I like the player or not. So, multitude of reasons, maybe. Uwala Gabriel, I appreciate you joining. Good afternoon, Blues family. Please, Chelsea should go for Felix. It's not possible. Felix himself has made it clear he wants to join Barcelona, and he will wait. He will wait for Barcelona until Friday, so which means he's bent on joining Barcelona or he remains at Atletico Madrid. Honestly, do you have any update from our injury? I think we took care of that. Where did I see it? Where can I find it? I think we went through it when the show started. Where did I find it? I think did AD share anything with me? Let me see. I think AD did share something. So let's go through it again. Maybe you missed it. Let's see. OB says I agree with you. Felix should be at Chelsea, but it's not gonna happen. Let's see if I need you as a coach to help me with a good delivery or as an assist. Yeah, slug it out with him right there. The game will be streamed somewhere, maybe on Chelsea's one website. They do that sometimes when it's not available. So here's it. If you want to see the injury update, an injury update has been provided ahead of Chelsea's Carabao Cup, a second round tie against AFC Wimbledon. Benoit Badiashile at the end stages of his rehabilitation process or program. Marcus Bettinelli continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Amanda Broya at the end stages of his rehabilitation program. Trevor Chalobah continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. And Connie Chukwuemeka recovering well post surgery. Where's Connie Chukwemeka? Okay, recovering well post surgery and starting rehabilitation. Wesley Fofana continuing with the early stages of his rehabilitation program. Reece James continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Mihailo Mudryk continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Christopher Nkunku continuing with the early stages of his rehabilitation program. So that's an injury update for you. But thank you for asking. I hope that helped is helpful to you. So let's check if there are any updates from the press conference. It doesn't look like so much is coming from PIS there. PYS if you prefer. Let's see. I've refreshed that. Anything new? Anything new? Let's see. So just quickly there. Let's see. So this here, okay, Robert Sanchez will start tomorrow as Petrovic's permit is unclear. Says Podge also adds 4 to 5 academy players will be in the squad and is happy if the club don't sign anyone else. I sense that's going to be the case. The club aren't too eager to sign people. They're not going to overspend for anybody. And yeah, that's just the two things. So the manager is saying lots of the academy players will get a chance tomorrow, and he's happy even if we end up not signing any more players. This says the coach, can we request input from Ty upon which 2 players he sees per position again in our midfield? I think he should make a video on that. Do we have time now? Okay, I'll ask Ty that. Atletico put us in this position with Felix because we wanted to buy him, and they went beyond to ensure it wasn't possible. You could argue that, but at the same time, you could argue that we weren't that serious about buying Felix. We got him on loan at a time where we were desperate for players to come in and help make a difference at Chelsea, and it didn't happen, Coach. We cannot count on long-term injuries. You can. Yeah, I think I agree with you. We literally took him on loan with no buy option. And when we, inquired during the season, nothing came out of it because we're probably not, we weren't willing to pay the asking price. Ty, again, are you sitting in same room with Coach? Can you maybe see if he is running open AI sites on any one of those monitors? No, I don't. Out of the how many windows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows. You can't see all of them. One has one where I'm following the press conference. The other one is right in my front. The one to the right is a screen I'm sharing. This one here is where I'm looking at how many people are watching at the same time, how many likes we have in total. The other one is just where I can copy the credit for those that are on the panel to add it to the description section, if that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes still go a long way. Chelsea duo sidelined until after international break. And who are those? Let me see the updates here from One Football app. Let me see. Did I click it? Let me see quickly. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 63 likes. It looks like we're not gonna get it to we're not gonna get it to 100 likes today. Let me see. Okay, the duo okay. Ben Sheila, and who else? Is it Amanda Broya? Yeah, the two of them, we've always known they're not gonna be ready soon. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate that, Constantine Dante. Chelsea for life. Yeah, Chelsea for life. Lawson Adato, I appreciate you saying that. What's up to you too, Christian Norton? I appreciate you joining. Blessed morning to you too. So I'm gonna go to AD. Looks like he has time to speak right now. I wanted to come to you before you abruptly left when you were for some personal reason, I don't know, but probably an issue or you had to go take care of something. But Eddie, more importantly, I appreciate you and thank you for all the updates you've been sending. We used a few of them this morning. So whether you want to come in, you can come in wherever you want to come in. Eddie, you have the floor. We don't have any more items lined up to talk about, or you can bring up any topic you've come across and you haven't heard us discuss. But you have the floor.
Big up, coach. Big up to everyone. The chat. Yeah. Just on the Lukaku one, that's what I want to start from. Like,
you're hosting a party.
Sorry.
Are you hosting a party for his departure?
I'm very delighted, even though it's only on loan, but it's still very good. Like, the 37.
It takes his wages off our bill.
Exactly, and then the clause that they've inserted now is very good for us because that will make it whenever, even if it performs well, there's no negotiation. They have to trigger that clause for any discussion to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't be lowballing, kind of trying to beat his price down. So it's now good for us, and he's actually taking a wage cut, which is good. I mean, it's a brilliant business for Chelsea. They've done very well, and I see him doing well for Roma.
I'm hearing just quickly. I'm hearing the wage cut. It's not just for this season. It's for the remainder of the length of his contract.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Wow. Yeah, so which is very good. That's a very, very good one from the board. Very, very good ones. I mean, intelligent negotiation there. I mean, inserting that by that clause into it, and then this. I mean, it's a win-win for us, to be honest, in terms of Lukaku. So whatever happens, his wage is gone down, and even if he wants to go on loan next time, it'll be easy for other clubs to afford to take him on loan again. But I pray he does well for Roma, and then they take him on a permanent deal, because Tammy Abraham, according to information, is out till March next year. So if he settles in very well, we know what Mourinho is about. If he likes him, he's going to fight to make sure they keep him permanently, which is a good one for us.
Yeah, it's a good deal. I'm still marveled at how they're able to get him to agree for the club to insert a release clause, honestly, and take a pay cut for the remainder of his the duration of his contract. That shocked me. I didn't expect such the club and his camp to arrive at such conclusion, honestly. Yeah, he's in the sauna. Eddie's is the sauna against
sorry, like this sounding
every time he sees you, that's the first thing he says.
Oh, JC.
Yeah.
All right. No, it's actually a good one, to be honest. It's actually a good one for us. I'm very happy that he's just going. I mean, the last thing I would have wanted is to see Lukaku put on that shirt again for Chelsea. It would be very, very bad for us after all is done. And then people talking about, I was listening to people saying we don't want Raphinha. I mean, Raphinha hasn't done anything bad. The only player I wouldn't want us to sign is any player that says, okay, just like Raphinha didn't sign for us, and he goes on to say, oh, I've signed for Chelsea, it's a small club, or he berates, talks down on the club. He's not said anything about the club. Mm-hmm. He's not said anything bad about the club. Like, he had, just like you rightly alluded to, just like what happened between Caicedo and Liverpool. He's agreed with us. His mind is made up to join us. So also Raphinha's mind was made up to join Barcelona. We only came in the last minute to try to see if we could hijack the deal. So I don't see anything. If he's coming back, but I don't know if he fits into what we want, because they said they're looking for someone who can play on the wings and as a 10. So I don't think Raphinha fits into what they're looking for, except if we don't know what they are thinking. Maybe they're looking for 2 more signings up front, maybe a 10 and a winger. We don't know what the board is up to. But now, someone I read it, I mean, from the chat as well, people saying they're happy. I mean, there's this confidence about us with the club now, that we are confident whatever signings they're about to make, we're happy with it. We believe that it's going to work, because it looks as if they actually know what they're doing this time, unlike what happened last season. And then, I mean, give it to them about this Lukaku deal. That tells you their business acumen, how intelligent these people are. They're running this club. We were missing Granovskaya, but now I think these people have taken it a notch higher because they are intelligent with whatever they do. I think they read everything and then take their time to make decisions this time. They don't rush into decisions. That's why we can say people term it, oh, Chelsea are using they're abusing the financial fair play rule and all the loopholes. It's not loophole. It's been intelligent. It's been there all this while. Nobody has been able to study it properly. So I say kudos to them. They're doing very, very well this time.
Yeah, and I agree with you. We just have to trust them. Look how well they've done at this transfer window. Honestly, the outgoings and the incomings, the signing players that every time we see them play, we go, wow, they're good. Let's see. Emile Smith Rowe, 67 Premier League matches, 12 goals and 8 assists. The question is, how often can he stay fit? Again, it doesn't look like he stays fit that long. 8 injuries as well. Yeah, add that to it. Yeah, Yosei is a legend. He is indeed, and that's the beautiful game. Much love to you too, brother. I appreciate you joining. And Jesse says, I was shocked to see Emile Smith Rowe YouTube video. The man seemed a goal machine. Now, I understand that they have shown the 8 goals with every possible angle. Yeah, you get that because you're the one that always preach. Don't rely on the YouTube clips alone to judge a player's how good a player is. Kingsley Chinaweze says, good afternoon to my brother. Good afternoon to you too, Mr. Eze. God bless you. God bless you even more. Thank you for saying that. Jose will be a legend if he triggers the £37 million buyer clause. You're being greedy now. Let's see. According to Nizaki Salah, Chelsea shifting Lukaku's full £325,000 a week wages off the books will save them nearly £16 million. They are legends already, in my opinion, honestly. They know what they're doing. Overall, Raphinha played as an attacking midfielder and right wing, mostly for Leeds. So what we are looking for and EPL experience, but yeah, not too sure about him, honestly. But if we get him, he has the experience. But I would have rather we kept what's his name, Angelo Gabriel. He's left-footed, but he's not as one-dimensional as Raphinha is. Raphinha is very predictable, in my opinion. But even though they seemed like, if you don't pay attention, well, it will seem as if they're like for like. Well, Angelo Gabriel has more to his game. He's more dynamic than Raphinha. But I get it, he's too young. Let's see what the club does with him in the future. But that's why I want to ask you, Eddie, Ferran Torres, is he a player you like, or do you think we should just move on from him?
Yeah, Ferran Torres is a very good. Is it better now?
No, it sounds better. Don't worry, enjoy the sauna. Don't worry about that. What Dante said. I think he was joking.
Yeah, I know, I understand that for 100%. Yeah, I mean, Ferran Torres is a good player. He's a very good player because he can actually play across the front line. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he can play as a 10. He can play as a false 9. He can play. I mean, he's a very good player. But would he come cheap? Well, from what I read about from Barcelona, I don't know if it's how authentic he is. They're saying they will listen to offers for Raphinha and Ferran Torres, because apparently, in terms of Raphinha, there's this young academy player that's taking his wing now, taking his position, and he's not happy about it and all. Mm-hmm. And then Ferran Torres needs more game. He's only playing behind Lewandowski. So those two players might want to go, and they said there was no amortization or whatever on their when they bought them. So if they end up selling them now, it will just go straight back into their book, and then it will go back and reduce their for the FFP. So I don't know if they will be willing to sell both of them. I don't know if they'll be willing to sell both of them or even sell any of them. But if it's true that they're waiting to get João Felix, there might be something concrete there.
So you like him. Okay, let's hear what Tabeho has to say. Tabeho, big up to you, my brother, from the Madiba line. Raphinha, and you can start anywhere. We've talked about Chalobah also, but we're now at Raphinha and Ferran Torres. Your thoughts? Do you want to see those two at Chelsea? I don't even know whether the rumors are that we want one of them or that we. The rumors are that we want them both. Rumors are we want them both, not either of the two. But just quickly, let me just do this quickly. Glenn 10. Much love to you, brother. I appreciate you joining. Big up a panel and chat. Raphinha, I can rot away in Spain. Had this chance to join us. Wow. That's strong. But go ahead, Tabeho, with what you were saying, brother. I just wanted to say hello to Glenn.
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn. Yeah. That's he doesn't like him at all.
Big up, guys. To be honest, in terms of Ferran Torres, he's a good player, but again, his end product is so poor, man. I'm sorry. 4 goals, 4 assists in 33 games. That's not good enough. Maybe he had a few minutes. I don't know about it. But again, For a club like Chelsea, it's not good enough. Also with Raphinha, I don't mind Raphinha, but my only issue is that we almost got him with 60 million. If you want him, how much will we pay for him now? That's the only issue I have with Raphinha. Raphinha is a fantastic player. I would love him at Chelsea. But now if you want him, how much will he cost us? If he was 60 million last summer. So that's the only issue I have at the moment. So I want that number 10
You're
or
actually nice by calling him a fantastic player. Go ahead.
yeah, yes.
Go ahead.
So I want a number 10 or a first nine slash number 10 that have double digits on both goals and assist, and then they are there, but at the same time they're not linked to Chelsea. So
How
yeah,
do you
man,
know?
we'll
Maybe
win.
those are the ones we're really looking at, because I'm sure you've heard that the club, they don't want anybody to know who they want to sign. Even Fabrizio Romano, he sounded like he isn't sure who we're looking at, because if he knows, he will let it out. But you go ahead with what
Yeah,
you're saying. So maybe
yeah,
we're looking at those players you're thinking that we're not looking at. You don't know, but go ahead.
yeah. To be honest, if Todd Bowley, Paulo Stanley, and Laura Stewart are listening to us now, please guys, get Pedro Cansal from Sporting Lisbon. Get that guy
Yeah,
now. That guy
exactly.
now. I watch Sporting almost every weekend if I have time, and then I like him. Even Edwards is still raw, but again, he have a good stats. But Pedro is my number one. Pedro is
Exactly.
my number one. So I
I,
want
I
I
agree.
want I want number 10 that have double digits, goals and assist. I don't want player who go for goals, 6 goals. No man, please. We need goals. We are hungry for goals.
Wow. I want to eat what you ate this morning before you came on here. He's on fire. And I like that.
Yeah, to
Eddie,
be
do you
honest,
know
to
the
be
guy?
honest,
Do you know the guy he
yeah,
talks about?
actually, I didn't know him before, but when I saw someone put up his name somewhere and I went to watch his clip, oh my god, what a player! That's the player, and he's about, I think he's 25 or 26 if I'm not mistaken. So we need that kind of experience rather than
25.
going for young. Is it 25? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, 25.
He's in 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
25. So that's I mean, he can play across the front line. Every around if he can play as a 10, right wing, left wing, he is very good. He's a very good player, to be honest.
But
And I don't know because
if we're being, let's go ahead. Go ahead.
oh sorry, when I saw the lineup, I was thinking when they're saying they're not letting letting their signings known to people. I was thinking, oh, could it be this lad? And I saw Sporting playing and actually saw him that he was actually playing. So if he's playing, which means there's nothing there because they would have been keeping him away from the line of your video. If you see what I'm coming from. But when I saw him playing, I said
Mhm.
no. Maybe they are not looking at this guy because if it was him, they're looking at, which is kind of the mystery signings they say they want to make, then he wouldn't be playing that kind of game. But he played actually, and it was, I mean, from Sofa Sport rating, it was so high. His rating. I didn't watch the game, but I mean, I think he's a good player.
Hmm. And Ty just shared something saying he's quoting Ben Jacobs via cut upside that Jao Felix will be open to come to Chelsea. Okay, let's see. That will make me lose $200 because I promise if we get him, we'll sign. But I don't see it happening still. I'm not scared. But that's by the way. Thank you so much, AD, for that. Big up to you too, brother. Smash the like button, people, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Here's the thing. JC Hadley asked people to smash the like button. I'm shocked he said that today. We have 70 to 30 likes and we have 105 people watching. We should be doing better than that. Gabriel doesn't have EPL experience. Raphinha actually, again, proven in the EPL, but the difference is Raphinha for me is too one-dimensional, honestly. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Raphinha and Ferran Torres are both at Chelsea level. Two flops. Some people see them like that. Yeah, big up Dante Michi. Let's see. Do I want Raphinha? I'll say no, I don't want him, but not because I like Glenn or because I just want to be on Glenn's side. What's wrong with Raphinha? Glenn will explain by himself. I'm not going to do that for him. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some negotiations with Palace about the release clause for Olise. Do you think we'll still go back to them? I'd say no. Honestly, in my opinion, that's just what I think. Let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all. This says I would like to avoid any Havertz ESR conversation. Yeah, so we don't sign a player. They feel like okay, they've gotten their revenge. If CFC buys ESR, the comparison dialogue will be constant. I think I agree with you. I just don't want to give any window of opportunity to Arsenal. Let them summer. Let them enjoy Havertz. And maybe they should give us more money. He's firing on all cylinders for them. Chelsea, all the way big up to you. I appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing well. I think I understood what you had there. Marcus Edwards is a mystery player. How do you know? Let's start with you, Eddie. You still have your mic. Do you know Marcus Edwards that much?
No, but I only saw him play. I think he was Tottenham Academy. It was in the academy, and he left. And he played against Tottenham.
Before
they knocked
to Sporting, right? He plays for Sporting right now.
Yeah, no, he was with Spurs before he went to Sporting.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I said the same thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then when I saw him play against Tottenham, I was last season. He scored a brilliant goal against them to knock them. I think they knocked out Tottenham, the Champions League that year. If I'm not mistaken, was it last year or the year before? I'm not sure, but he was a very good player. I saw him as a very good player, but I don't know much about him, to be honest. I only saw him, but he looks very quick, kind of a good player as well. But I mean, I need to look more. And if Pochettino is talking about it, because there was this thing talking about Pochettino talking about him as the little Messi or something. I hope I'm not mixing the players up now, because he was linking him to kind of a brilliant player. I mean, alluding to the fact that he's a very good, talented player. So I need to look up more. But I only saw him when he played against Tottenham in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. And he will count as homegrown.
Homegrown, exactly. It's English, yeah.
So, and it looks like if Chalobah leaves, we'll need to make up the homegrown quota. Maybe do that with a player who's got an experience outside England too. I think that will go a long way. It makes it will be a sensible signing. Maybe he is just like Chelsea all the way is saying here. Let me ask you this, Tobejo, do you know Marcus Edwards well? It looks like you follow the Portuguese league, so you must know him, and you follow Sporting CB to be precise.
Yes, the reason why I follow Sporting is because of the coach. I love that coach.
Do you think I know?
Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, I know you know. You pushed for him. You started an agenda on your own for Chelsea to get him. But go ahead. How well do you know him? And compared to the other kid you mentioned, and please, can you send me 2 of their videos? Or maybe I'll do quickly produce a scouting video. Go ahead.
Okay, then I'll send you their videos. Marcus Edwards, to be honest, is a fantastic player, but again, he's still developing. So I wouldn't say he will be one of my first priorities as a player for Chelsea. But again, he have a fantastic left foot. He can score beautiful goals. He can create link up, do those sort of things. So I think if you sign him, it will be a fantastic signing in terms of the club. Also, Pochettino knows him, but unfortunately, he didn't use him that much because he was sold to teams from Portugal. Then he went to Sporting. So I wouldn't mind him, but again, he's not on top of my list at the moment.
And what's his age? The other guy is topping your list. What's his name again?
Pedro Gonçalves.
Okay, Goncalves. Okay, he's topping your list. How old? Let me see. Marcus Edwards. How old is he?
24 years old.
So he's still within the age bracket that the club prefers to sign. But I think, it makes sense. 76 votes, people. It's looking like we're not going to get it to 100 today. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Marcus Edwards is good. A lot of people are talking about him. The mystery player, according to Simon Phillips, is Marcus Edwards. And I don't know. Do you know his fee?
I've asked someone that I know. He told me something about 30 to 40 million euros. So I don't know whether that is accurate or not.
All All right, this says Lukaku is not starting in the team because Abraham has more talent, but Abraham is injured. And Mourinho can find a way to use them both. And Torres loves Barcelona and told himself he's not going to Chelsea. Okay, you speaking for him, really. Felix can be a good feat in terms of footballing capability, but his salary and loan fee does not fit a CFC structure. Yeah, that's something I've said 1,000 years, and Pochettino will have to have a change of heart, even if he likes him. I know they were saying that we didn't keep him because Pochettino didn't like him. Mystery player, are we going to have his jump out of a cake, have him jump out of a cake to announce him? Maybe. That's how we announced him. So it makes sense that, yeah, he's a mystery player indeed. Who amongst Barstow and Washington is headed out alone? Barstow cannot beat a man and has that Lukaku first touch. Really? A kid? You judging? Wow, that's wow. Okay, I'm not sure what to say because I don't know him. Maybe you know him better than I do, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not too sure what happens, but we'll find out. We have just a few days left. Honestly, I'm not too sure. Maybe if they trust what's his name, Washington, because he has more experience, maybe he may well stay. If we can get Felix for the loan fee equal to what Lukaku generated, that would be good. But good luck. Atletico Madrid right now probably so pissed at Felix that they want to let him go. That's how I see it. He is English, so will be 60 million plus. That's again, if it's that good, I wouldn't mind him counting as a homegrown. Again, adding to our homegrown quota, that makes sense. Victor Ogubanjo says we might actually sign Pedro Goncalves as our surprise signing. He is playing over the weekend. Might just be to draw attention away from him. Maybe. It's Halloween before or after the transfer window shuts. Halloween is in November, I think. What date? I think it's around November period. At least we are over the April Fool's Day. Yeah, we are. Good observation right there. Marcus Edwards has similar traits like Elise and is 24. So he falls under the age bracket that the club likes to sign. Raphinha, 6 months loan, maybe, with no option to buy, so we can do to them what they like to do to people. But that's, by the way, if you have any questions, drop in the chat. We don't have too much time. We'll be rounding up soon. I don't see anything new with regards to with regards to let's see what we have here. And I have a question. The press conference. Go ahead, brother. Were you saying something?
Yeah, I want to ask you both, or you and Eddie, if Chelsea doesn't sign a striker now, will you be fine with that?
I think I will be fine. Since we heard the Amanda prayer will be ready soon. And here's something. I'm into paying attention to the sort of player a particular manager would want. People are calling for us to sign an out-and-out striker. Pochettino's, you can say, what term? I'm for lack of a better language, Pochettino's type of striker are custom made. Let me just use it like that. They're not just stereotypical number nines. He wants number nines who can play across all front positions in the front three, or however you want to put it. Can play on the flanks, left or right, centrally, and can drop deep, participate in the play, create chances for their team, for his teammates when he's not in the position to score and all that. So it's difficult to find that sort of striker. And I think we have Jackson, who's a perfect number 9 for Pochettino. Amanda Bray could argue the same thing because he can play on the flanks and he's an intelligent player too. We have Nkunku. So why sign a number 9? Signing another number 9, especially stereotypical number 9, in the near future will end up having that situation where we still have what we call deadwood, and that's a huge problem. But go ahead, AD, your turn to answer the question. I've waffled enough already.
To be honest, I won't be comfortable going into this season without having either a number 9 or someone who is capable to play as a 9. When Nkunku is still injured, Broya, we don't know how fit he's going to be coming back from this long injury. You never can tell. So for me, and looking at Jackson, I won't be surprised. The guy burns a lot of energy. He uses a lot of energy. So players like that tend to have kind of muscle injury. He pulls up, he can pull up anytime. He runs a lot, he gives a lot. So that guy can pull up anytime, to be honest, because he puts in a lot of energy into his game. So we have to watch that. And I keep saying it, that if we go into this season without a proper someone who can cover, I mean, if Nkuku was fit, then fine. But Nkuku is not fit, he's out till maybe January or December, whatever it is. For us going that long and depending only on Broya, I don't think it's good for us. So apparently maybe that's why they're looking for someone who is capable of playing across the front line and probably as a first nine. But you keep an eye on Jackson. Jackson burns a lot of energy. He exerts a lot. He puts a lot of work into his game. He doesn't stop running. So those kind of players, they tend to pull up anytime. So I'm afraid if he sustains any muscle injury, any kind of injury, then we're screwed. And Jackson as well, if you look at him, I've said it before, he can play with a 9. Jackson is capable of playing alongside a proper number 9.
And maybe that would be, again, yeah, where you have just similar stuff we had when we had Anelka and Drogba. Drogba was more of a traditional number 9. I get it, he's technically gifted, but the pairing was excellent. Something similar, maybe. I think it will work. And we're lucky. Somebody, I don't know. I don't want to get into trouble. Something Glenn shared with me, but let me not go do that. That's not me. I might get into trouble showing that on the screen. But it's funny. Raphinha, 6 months alone. Yeah, let's see. Maybe Washington wouldn't be loaned if Cucurella goes on loan. The number of players were allowed. But how old is he? Because the age count. Some certain ages don't count. According to Mitchell Boy, if he was here, I think he'd explain once more. He's more like a Sancho. Who's more like Sancho? Edwards. Marcus Edwards didn't play over the weekend. Might be a hint. Ooh, possibly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's not like he's not fit. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I saw that. Someone mentioned it, and then I went to check the starting lineup, and then he was not even there on the bench, nothing but his feet. And then someone said, "How can Chelsea link to the player that is a bench player?" I was like, "Dude, come on! Do you even watch Portuguese league? Michael Edward is a key player for Sporting. He's never been on the bench. Always plays, no matter what." But some people that doesn't know him gonna say some things. It's normal to be a Chelsea fan sometimes.
Yeah. I agree with you, Tobeho. I need the sort of energy you have this morning. What did you eat?
I've been checking some stats. How you improved this 3 games that we played. I have to say we've improved massively. All we need is just those combinations in terms of our attackers, then score more goals. If we can score more goals, I won't be worried, because at the moment, man, we've been playing so good. It's just the end product there and there. So yeah, and also our fans should remember this: building a team doesn't take 1 year. It takes time, no matter what. And we have so many new players. Some of them came from foreign leagues, so they can have time to gel. But our fans, this guy's a bum. Are you ready? Come on.
Even at that, what a contrast to what we witnessed last season when the manager had the World Cup, the duration of the World Cup international breaks, and still wasn't able to get the players to play as a unit. But in just a few days, you can say, let me just be fair here, weeks. The players are playing as if they played together for a while. I know you can still see some, you said, disjointed plays here and there, which is natural. But I think we're ahead of time. He's doing well, and I'm not too concerned about us having too many players within our ranks. I think the manager's shown he's capable of getting them to start firing us in this as soon as possible. We're losing a Jackson into AFCON, and with Senegal, we'll probably go all the way. I think I agree with you. They have the team to do so. So, yeah, we might as well assign another player. Big up, Coach. Tommy Bryan, I appreciate you. Whoever Chelsea brings in, I hope that player is not made of biscuits We don't need any other injury. Not even glasses or biscuits. Glasses can be stronger. Amanda Broya will cook. I hope so. There's a good player in him. Cooking barbecue for pots. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we'll see. Mauricio Pochettino confirmed that 4-5 academy players will be involved in tomorrow's game, specifying that they wouldn't be 16, 17-year-olds. So he made it a puzzle, so you figured it out. 18 and 19. Swagger Sama Lukaku loaned Kepa. Lukaku, loaned Kepa, loaned Koulibaly, sold Ziyech, sold Havertz, sold, and all the names you mentioned that Pulisic sold. Oversold. It's been an excellent window, in my opinion, close to a 10 at this point. Chelsea want a permanent sale for Trevor Chalobah and expect a 50 million fee. If they want to, that shows you they value him. As I said earlier regarding Chalobah's price. Thank you for that. It will be 40 million for Trevor. Let's see. But it's a starting point. Again, the owners have proven that again, shrewd businessmen, and they know what they're doing. Chimera, nice to see you. Tobeho had a pop and a steak. That doesn't give you energy. Maybe he had a commodity, South African special beer that I learned about from Brenda Fassie's song, and I haven't tasted it. But my bro Tobeho promises me once I hit South Africa, he's going to help me. You can say get some commodity, so I know how it tastes. Because, by the way, let's see, 7 goals, 5 assists last year in Portugal. Okay, not Sancho. Sorry, Sancho did more in Bundesliga. But some argument right there. I agree with you. Let's see what else we have here. What do you think of Smith Rowe, Coachila? I think Rowe is a good player, but his injury record is a concern. And plus, it's not going to come cheap. And I don't think, I don't see for the life of me why Chelsea would want to sign him. We already have enough injuries in our hands, and he's not even fit right now to play. So to me, I don't believe that report. And we've seen, you can see some, you can say lots of nonsense reports come and go. So that's not the first time. I don't think it makes sense in any way. It just as when the rumors emerged that Mauricio Pochettino is considering having a conversation with Lukaku to see the feasibility of integrating him into the 23-24 squad. I didn't even bother talking about it, but I had to because people brought it up. We need good forward, and that's Somo Hambula. Nice to see you, Mr. Hambula. Appreciate you joining. Mark Newman Jackson needs a big man with him along with João Felix. Do I think we'll get João Felix? I say no, and I promise if that happens, that I'll do a $200 giveaway. But we haven't done the student a Stains Soup giveaway for 2 windows now, 2 months now, and I haven't forgotten. There's still time. If we don't do it tomorrow, we'll still do it. It adds to how much the student gets anyway. We need a striker like Vlahovic. Unfortunately, that ain't happening. Mr. Obi Madugba, my bro, Sancho did more in the Farmers League about 100 years ago and not in recent years. There you go, Constantine Dante. You have your match there. You have your match. Let's see. Kunle Kuku says Jackson doesn't have injury scare. He times his runs in, plays carefully. Okay. But I think Eddie does have a strong point there. He exerts what's the language I'm looking for? Uses so much energy. It comes across as described by the gentleman because we've not seen a similar player in CFC in a while. I prefer João Felix. Unfortunately, do I think João Felix will come to Chelsea? I would say no again. Keep preaching. João Felix will just dribble in circles, won't see a Jackson run. Wow. It's like it's like a soured palm wine, coach. It looks like you're into it. Looks like you're the type that likes to travel to the village for Christmas just to drink palm wine. I enjoy fresh palm wine, but these days I mix it up quite a lot. Emile Smith Rowe, and that's a beautiful game, is a good player, but we don't want him coming to Chelsea or just to fight over hospital beds with James Broya and some other names there, not just him. So good one there. Not João Felix, please. I don't think it's coming. Mohammed Abdu Daim. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Obi, you think Portuguese league way better than Germany? I'm not sure. You guys should slug that fight out there. being in Atletico Madrid and being so difficult to watch our games. Cannot wait to be back in Nigeria. I don't think we need a striker. Again, safe trip whenever you're traveling back home. I appreciate that, and keep dropping the likes on the stream. Nothing new, nothing much actually. It doesn't look like anything so much important was said during the press conference, because I'm not seeing anything that important here. Just this one says, Pochettino, I want to win the league, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. Wow, there he goes again. Okay, he feels like, and I'm all for it. Honestly, I wouldn't argue otherwise if the manager says he's capable of winning it. Eddie, what do you make of that comment? Let me actually bring it up here. It makes sense. Yep, there you go. I think I have it here. Let's talk about it. I don't know, Eddie, whatever you want to say about it. There you go. I have it on the screen. To me, I've always said that I think we do well. Would end the 23-24 season well. How well, I've always refused to say, but the manager, he said on occasions now that he thinks we can win the league. What's his name? Ben Chilwell has said that, and also Enzo Fernandez has also said that. But I want to get your thoughts on what do you make of it?
Yeah, you see, the way Pochettino talks, he gives a lot of confidence. That's why fans actually believe in him. Because you can't be hiding. You're a Chelsea manager, so these are the words that we expect to be coming out from him. You know, giving that high expectations, putting that high standard to make sure these players know you are in the big club. This is where, whatever you talk about Chelsea is all about winning, and we win trophies a lot. So for him to set these standards for his players, not putting them under pressure, he knows they're a young side, but he sees them. He's the one training them, and he knows what they're capable of doing. I mean, it's only the third game. I mean, we lost a game against West Ham, and we're not even bothered about it because we played very well. It was only some, silly mistakes that cost us that game.
Even though we
went clinical.
We could have scored a four. So,
exactly. So, I mean, even his first press conference when he came, he said, I am here to win, not to do a nice job. That's the kind of vibe you want to hear from a manager. It gives you confidence. I mean, when your players hear this, they know, oh my God, this manager is setting a standard for us here. We cannot let him down. So that's the thing. So we need time to give him time to gel this team together, and then he will cook a lot. So I believe in him. I believe what he's saying. Even if, let's just take it for adventure, he doesn't even win anything. I mean, for setting this standard alone is quite good. Rather than come out and say, well, the team is still young. We don't know what to make of them. We need time to build. No, that doesn't go down well with players. It gives room for excuses from the players themselves. But when manager is coming out to say, I'm here to win, I want to win the league. I mean, even mentioning that he wants to win the league. That is good. I love that. I love to hear that from the manager. It gives me a lot of confidence going forward. And he must know what we don't know. What they are planning. He must have spoken with the board, what they said for themselves. I mean, going forward, they know the number of injuries we've had. We have now. I mean, Chukwuemeka getting injured was kind of a big blow to us, because that guy was doing very well until that time. I mean, so when Nkunku and other players come back and he has a fully fit squad, I tell you, he's going to do something great for us.
Yeah, I think he will. And here's the thing, I agree. The manager is saying that he wants to win the league, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. I think it doesn't put pressure on the players. Rather, you have to be at the top of your game for him to select you, because you've heard it.
Exactly.
He wants to win, and if you're not performing well, you don't get a chance to play. So I think I like it. He said it. He's not into excuses. He's not going to start saying we signed 10,000 players. He wants to win. This is Chelsea. And that mindset from the onset, you can say, got the fires on his side. When we're not hearing, we haven't heard too much complaints with regards to him. Yeah, the fact that he's coached Tottenham before, which was things we were hearing before he took over. So I'm happy. I like that spirit, but I haven't changed my stance. I still say, yeah, we still do well. How well, I do not know, but better than a lot of people believe would do. That's just how I want to see it. Tabeho, what do you make of it? The manager's coming that he wants to win the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, coach. I was watching the press conference when he said something like this, and also they told him that SPS, you never mentioned something about not winning, and he said that no, man, my English was bad that time, so my English is better now. Chelsea, I want to win the league, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. And then I like that.
It's very funny too. You see what he did there? And you'd expect him to say something different after saying his English was very bad then. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Yes, because at the end of the day, no matter what, at Chelsea, yes, at the moment we have a new project, we know that. But again, build along, build a team with a winning mentality, and then just the fans will be happy. For example, if you play good and then we're close to the expectations, the fans will be happy. But if the coach give excuses every time, I'm telling you, the fans won't be happy. Something like the boys gave everything. We don't want that anymore, please. The boys gave
And
everything.
just like Eddie said, just quickly, Eddie said, if you make excuses, that will rub off your players. They're not going to be confident. They don't mind because you already gave up. So they're just playing for the sake of it and not going to give their best, be at the top of their game. But go ahead, brother. Sorry for cutting in when you were speaking.
Yeah, it's okay. And then, as I said before, I never wanted Pochettino, but as soon that he was the preferred number one, I've done my research, and his stats were impressive. But now, hopefully, he will win trophies for us just to punt us best, man. I want Pochettino to win a trophy this season. We are, you know, because I'm getting some disrespectful words from both Spurs fans, even our own fans. Mention something like, "Oh, Mauricio Pochettino is not better than the new Spurs coach," but just 3 games, you can say something like this. Mm, Chelsea fans.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. That's where I'm gonna start fighting with Helgi. Helgi doesn't trust Poch. I think he trusts Postecoglou more than he trusts Poch. But Helgi will always be Helgi. Much love to him. Edwards are very similar to how Sancho was. Stats size, dribbling same. But just my opinion. We need a better. Let's see what the club does. I think somebody just in the chat suggested that he may well be the mystery player, but we do not know. Victor Guma just said, please stay away from Emile Smith Rowe. Arsenal will milk us dry for paying 65 million for Hazard. For Havertz, yeah, they're probably regretting that purchase right now, but it's too early. He can still turn things around, and maybe there's a chance he does well for them in the Champions League because, yeah, he always plays well in the Champions League. Sorry to take us backwards. Generally interested to know where Graham Potter is at the moment. Does he have a job? He doesn't have a job. Rumors were that Leicester City wanted him, but he didn't join them. And the person that could have answered this question isn't here, Roger, Graham Potter's lawyer. I hope he's okay, more importantly. But let's see what happens. I think he's fine. Probably enjoying his payoff. Yeah, probably got a lot from. He could afford to not work in 2 years and be comfortable. That's the way I say it. But I haven't bothered myself to check. You can say to try to find out his where he is and whether he has a job. Maybe he's gone into some other vocation. I don't know. Obi, you became a member and think I can just ask these questions. Leave Obi alone. Leave him alone. That's right away. Good one. Let's see what else we have here. Anything else? Graham went back to teaching at Hogwarts. Yeah, that's more like it, and it sounds like something he'll be doing because his name is Graham Potter. So anything else? Anything else you want to talk about, AD, before we call it a day?
It's been a very good show, and I just hope that this Ms. Mitro's link, I don't really buy into it based on the injury record he has. And then he's a good player, no doubt about that. He's a very good player. I've watched his clip, is very good, but we can't afford to sign players that are not 100% fit. I mean, that record, we can't be piling up injuries and all. It's not good for us. So I think there are better players that we can actually spend the money on, even if it's this Marcus Edwards. That, I mean, I'm all for Pedro Goncalves or something. I don't pronounce the second name, but he's a very good player. For me, if the club can seek for, and I believe Tobago will be on my side as well, seek for advice, I'll say we go for that Pedro. That is my number one. I've watched him. He's a very, very good player. So that's just my take. It's been a lovely show and good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Tabel, anything else you want to say? And Tabel, before you leave, please don't forget to send me the video of the players we talked about. And Eddie, there's something I'm going to say to you. I want something similar so that whenever you're on the panel, I can add your information in the description section. Go ahead, Tabel. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say something about Jordan Sancho. I think Sancho is a fantastic player, but again, the issue is his fitness level. He look fat for me. And then another thing, his wages. If Chelsea will buy him, he is on a massive wages, 350k a week. So I don't think Chelsea will go for him. But if he was any less, I would love him. That kid is good, but I don't think he lived to his potential at Manchester United so far. And then another thing, have you seen something that Chelsea is being linked with a chief revenue officer, Kasper Stelvik? I want to do my research about that guy. He looks so good. We need so much money, Chelsea. We need so much loophole at Chelsea.
Yeah. So what did you say? Did he do anything? The guy you just mentioned.
Yes, I've saw some rings that Chelsea will hire a chief revenue officer, Kasper Stelvik. So I just want to do my research on him, and then I'll give my opinion about him. Hopefully, we hire one.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you finding the time to join this morning, bro. I cannot thank you enough. And this says Pochettino's energy is making me rename him Poch Balls because he's a gut ball, man. Yeah, he's got it. But I want to say thank you to Ty, who was on the panel. Thanks to AD Love for Blue, my bro there. And my bro from the Madiba land, Tabeho. Much love to you. I appreciate you. Victor Ogumbaje, thank you so much for joining in. Obi Madugba, thank you for joining one day. I appreciate you. And Glenn 10, always in the chat looking for trouble. I appreciate you joining, brother. And Constantine Dante, much love to you. Victor, I've said hello. And my bro, Mitchell Boy, I appreciate you joining. Kunle Kuku, Mohammed, the Blue, Tifu Game, Gabriel, Omar Obas, all of you, if I missed your name, apologies, I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and bye. Much love, Vic. Much love. I appreciate it.